So I'm just going to look at your F major scale. I've written it out in your lesson notes as well, just to be doubly sure that you know this fingering. The fourth finger always comes on the B flat, okay, and also just at the top note, which is the F, okay. So always the fourth finger on the B flat. That's one of the main things you have to remember about F major, okay. So it's 4 fingers, then a big turn to the C, then 3 fingers. Then the thumb should always turn onto your key note, which is F in this case. B flat on the 4, right round to the C and 4 fingers. Then we come down, and as long as you turn the 4 on the B flat, and be careful to only turn the 3 on the E, 4 on the B flat, it should be fine, okay? I will play it in the left hand, although the left hand is not different fingering from any other scale. It's the 5 fingers with the B flat, the 3 fingers, the 4 fingers, including the B flat, and the 3 fingers. So the left hand is no different. All 4 fingers, thumb on the key note again, 3 fingers, then all 5 fingers. So that's the same as C major, G major, D major, they're all the same. Okay, it's only the right hand in the F major that is the odd one out. Okay, I'm just going to talk a little bit about sight reading. I will send through some proper sight reading exercises which we can look at next time. But with the sight reading, the first thing you need to do, if I can find the sight reading book, find it quickly. No, it's not. That's a grade 5 book. Oh well, I'll do a grade 5 sight reading. Doesn't make any difference really. First thing you need to do is to always find the starting notes. I won't do a grade 5 sight reading. Looks a bit scary. Right, there's a grade 1 sight reading. Okay, so it consists of a right hand and a left hand part. Okay, they don't ever play hands together. They don't go out of 5 fingers. So you don't go bigger than a 5-finger group of notes. Sometimes the left hand will start, sometimes the right hand will start. There's no set thing to that, okay? Sometimes the right hand may play more than the left hand, or the other way around. They all vary. But the first thing you must do is not sit with your hands on your lap. When you're given a sight reading, you find the first note in the right hand and the first note in the left hand. Okay, the one I'm looking at, it starts on G with a thumb, and D with a 5, okay, in the left hand. The other thing you need to look at then is the key signature. There may not be anything in the key signature, but there may be a sharp or a flat. Remember, if it's 1 sharp, it's always F sharp. If it's 1 flat, it's always a B flat. When you found out if there is a sharp or a flat, for instance, in the one I'm looking at, there is a sharp, so I know it's an F sharp. I look at where my 5 fingers are now. My right hand is on G, A, B, C and D. So it's not on F at all. So I know I'm not going to use the F sharp. But my left hand is on D, E, F, G and A. So my third finger at the moment is on the F. So I know that I'm not going to play F, I'm going to play F sharp. So I take that finger to the black key, the F sharp. All right. So it's worth putting your hands sometimes on the piano in different places, okay, around either the F note or the B note on the piano, and see if you can find the F sharp or a B flat, okay? But in this case, it's an F sharp. So I'm going to keep my finger there now, and I know my hands are on the right notes, including any black keys that I need. The last thing you look at, which in a way should be the first, it is the beats in the bar, because it's the rhythm and the counting that you need to get right. It's 4 beats in a bar, okay, and we're going to take it at a steady pace, never too fast. If there's still time, I would try out the first bar, which I can see from the music is all skips. So use those skips that you see in the music to help you with your following the music. And maybe the last bar, so I know where it finishes. It finishes on a G with 2 minims, okay? I'm not going to have time to try the whole piece through. That's not what you're supposed to do. Then if I'm asked to play it, I will count in first in my head, 1, 2, 3, 4 and then I start at that pace and no quicker. That's quavers here, so make sure they're up to the right speed. Okay, so maybe as a little practice, put your hand, maybe your right hand, say I'm going to put my hand so I've got one of my fingers on an F. Don't use your thumb, okay? You will never get an exercise where your thumb needs to be on a black key. That will definitely not happen. So any of your other fingers, put them so that you've got a finger on either an F or a B. So I'm going to put a finger so that I've got a finger on a B. There you go. All right, I've got my second finger. So I'm going to imagine now that my key signature has got B flat. So I know my second finger needs to go down to the B flat, and they are the 5 notes that I will use. Okay, let's try one in the left hand that involves the B as well. So I'm going to put my hand so that my third finger is on the B. Okay, so I know if it was B flat, I would need to put my third finger on the B flat, and they would be the 5 notes I would use. Let's try now in my right hand using an F sharp. Okay, so maybe I'll put my 4th finger on the F this time. So if there was an F sharp, I know my 4th finger needs to go up and be on the F sharp, and so on. You can practice that at home. Okay, but as I say, the most important thing is to get your hands on the piano as soon as you can. Check the key signature and make any adjustment that you need to with either hand. It may be that there might be a sharp or a flat in the key signature and your hands might not be on those notes at all. Maybe, you know, my hands were like this or this, both on G's, but although the F sharp's in the key signature, I'm not actually using F at all, so therefore you know you don't need to worry about it. But the key signature still exists anyway. And then try to think about your rhythms, okay? If you're using quavers at the beginning, count the quavers in your head so you know how fast you will play them. So that's just the tips about sight reading, okay? And then I'll do Intercity Stop on another video.